Hello, and welcome to Silly Reddit Stories. I consume way too much true crime and what's the other one? Reddit. Am I the starfish? And am I overreacting? And so I thought I'd switch it up a little and consume some silly Reddit stories. We all need a good laugh in today's economy and political climate, don't you think? All right, let's get into it. By the way, my name is Kim, and thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Beware, congrats. In either case, welcome. All right, this first story today. I messed up by wearing a shawl, which ruins my relationship with my girlfriend. My, what do you mean a shawl? Minor background, I am a pretty affectionate and at times effeminate dude. No judging, no judging. I'm 6'2" and have a pretty tough guy background in that I was in special forces a while ago. Hey, thank you for your service. That's awesome. I love to see it. Love to see the tough guy embracing their feminine side. That means you're a very secure man. Very secure. No insecurities here. And my roommates all served as well, but I also have thin wrists and sit on my friends' laps and blow kisses to them and shiz. I'm not gay, I just am me. I find that if you watch Tom Brady's roast, yeah, guys been doing that sometimes. So while I was in a shop with a roommate a few weeks ago, he saw these really cool shawls that we both couldn't get out of our heads. Shawls, I'm picturing Jedi Knights, Obi-Wan Kenobi. They wear shawls, right? So while I was in a shop with a roommate a few weeks ago, he saw these really cool shawls that we both couldn't get out of our heads. He returned last weekend to buy them, and now we have these shawls. Mine makes me look like a Star Wars character. Hey, same brainwave. We be on the same brainwave. And his looks like the outlaw Josie Wales. These are seriously awesome shawls. The first night we wore them, everybody at the dive bar we went to, dudes, dude, thought they were awesome as well. Then this girl and her friend arrive on invite from Shawl Bro, and they are seriously turned off by her sweet shawls, like acting pretty weird about them and making comments, whatever. So I get a call from my girlfriend. She's tired and wants to hang out at mine. And so I bid these mean girls and Shawl Bro adieu and head home. I'm still wearing the shawl when my girlfriend arrives, and she's also really taken aback. She won't even kiss me until I take it off. We get to do the deed and go to sleep, and the next morning she starts asking me if I'm gay. And she's really serious and aggressive about it. I tell her I'm not, that if I was, I definitely know by now. And she counters with her major evidence of the fact that I own a shawl. Anyway, she gets weird and leaves, and then sends me a text later about how she's sorry and that she needs to think about what kind of man she wants, and then doesn't contact me for days. So yesterday I invite her out. She's stumbling over her words and talking about how she likes tough guys and how she grew up in the South and needs to get used to the big city, but that she doesn't know this or that. And eventually I just tell her very politely to get gone because I'm pretty insulted by this point. On the way back, now that I'm not directly in front of her, I get this long apologetic text from her, but the crux of it is that, yeah, she's just not that into me anymore because I wore a shawl. Later on, I tell Shawl Bro about this, and he also had a blowout with the girl he was seeing over his shawl that very same night we went out. We are both going to keep wearing the shawls though they are warm. TLDR, me and my friend bought cursed shawls, and now we are single. Edit. She's a nice girl. She's just not picking up what I'm putting down. It's a silly thing to be mad about. And by popular demand, it's shawl for you hoes. Here is a picture. I need a shoulder to cry on. Dang, he even made it into a hoodie. Nice touch, nice touch. Edit to Shawl Bro. Did he include his bro on this? Oh, yep, he did. They look like cowboys. Don't cowboys wear this? Like if you watch old westerns, aren't they wearing shawls? So if his girlfriend's from the South, shouldn't she know that cowboys wear that? Wow, no, my only reference is Back to the Future 2, 2, 2, where Marty is wearing a shawl, but then the other outlaws are teasing him. So maybe it's just a Hollywood thing. Maybe that's just a Hollywood costume. Maybe cowboys don't actually wear that. I don't know. I'm from Hawaii. But I can see where the girlfriend's coming from. She knows what she wants in a man, and the shawl ain't it. And I guess that's okay for her. And a good thing for dude too, because now he can. I like that he's like, you know what, this ain't working out for me. He's gonna go find a girl that's into shawls, probably, or accepts him for who he is, you know? So it's a win-win. Maybe this shawl was shawl he needed to realize what he really wants in a partner, and same for his girlfriend. So it's all good, man. Shaw good, man. Better call Shaw. I gotta stop. So comments. Someone said, Shaw, I want to see them skinny wrists. Interesting request. You like what you like. We don't kink shame here, okay? If you and Shaw Bro continue to sport shawls and get new, hotter girlfriends, you should call it Shawshank Redemption. Ay, 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 wah, wah, wah. See, going back to the whole cowboy spiel, like Shawshank Redemption, aka Red Dead Redemption, like cowboy. Did they wear shawls in Red Dead Redemption? Anyway, they will now in Shawshank Redemption. Googled shawl men. And they look more like something you'd wear at a toga party. I cannot read today. Still overreaction by the girls, I'd say. I kind of agree. It was kind of a overreaction, but I guess it was a non-negotiable for OP. He likes what he likes, and girlfriend likes what she likes. So incompatible, I guess. So yeah. After seeing it, I'm confused about this entire thing. She's cool with him sitting on dude's laps and blowing kisses to his guy friend, but not wearing that seems inconsistent. For the record, I have no problem with either. I just don't get her weird line. That is a good point. Strange. That is a good point. Like this Redditor comment says, that's the shawl that broke the camel's back. The shawls must indeed be cursed. I guess so. Curse of the Jedi. That'd be a cool show. Sounds pretty cool. These girls act like they've never gone to a Rocky Horror Picture Show with their boyfriend. I full on cross dressed and participated in the fashion show with my girlfriend in high school. She had a blast doing my makeup. Afterwards, we got weird. It was a happy ending overall. I'm glad he said shalong. Shalong. Shalong sounds like something else. Shalong. 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 To those mean chicks. Where's the TIFU? Where's the Tifu? I see this as an absolute win. Got a cool shawl, dropped a dame. Showing up in a shawl is the modern day relationship test. If she can handle me at my shawl, how can she handle me at my thong? The thong might be pushing it. To each their own. I guess you could say both of those girlfriends were pretty shallow. I'll see myself out. That was a good one. My man, we were shawl over these puns that night. You should try one on sometime. You've clearly got some serious potential from the sound of things. I can't with shawl. I can't with shawl. Oh no, I'm cursed. They caught me with the shawl curse. I'm infected. All right, that was hilarious. That was a good start, a good opener. Let's see the next story. Today, I messed up by pushing my girlfriend too hard. My girlfriend and I were laying down on our bed and watching funny videos on YouTube. She was laughing hysterically at quite a few, so much so that I caused her to let one rip, aka fart, more than once. This was obviously not intentional, which made it both hilarious and adorable. Aw, that's true love. Unconditional true love. After the third time it happened, she said, I'm really gassy. I took this as an opportunity to quickly press down on her stomach, which then almost immediately triggered an enormous fart. I lost it. It was so funny, and I could feel the vibration as the pressure caused her to fart again and again. I couldn't help myself and kept doing it. This is how I messed up. After a few successful attempts, I tried for a final push. I wanted to end it on a huge one. It was so funny, and she was laughing so much. I pushed down and nothing. So I pushed down again, but this time much harder. Now, this is where I should note that she was wearing nothing but one of my t-shirts. Hence, she had no underwear on. Bruh. My girlfriend sharted. She sharted and then had a severe follow through all over our bed. She was mortified. It went from pure joy to absolute chaos and horror. She would just start staring at me blankly like she had just killed someone. Yeah, killed her ego, bro. That's how you make someone humble real quick. To be fair, you kind of asked for it by pushing her like that. What did you expect? What did he expect? I didn't know what to do as she went quiet, my legs covered in shizzle. I stayed right back, gently held her hands, and walked together to the shower without looking back at the bed or down at my legs. We didn't say a word. I cleaned up my legs before leaving her to clean herself up. She made me promise not to go into the bedroom. I adore her completely. She looked so scared when I left her in the shower and wouldn't let me clean up despite my offering to do so. Eventually, I walked in the bedroom to help. She was so apologetic, although I assured her that it's completely fine. She burst out laughing when I said to her, "Don't worry, you will always be my little shizzle." Don't worry, guys. All good. Shawl good. Luckily, I have thick skin and can take a lot of shiz. I adore her. TLDR, pushed my girlfriend too hard for shiz and giggles. Ended up getting more shiz than giggles. How often can I say the word shiz? Bruh. The fact that he was very empathetic about it and, not making fun of her, not being disgusted, the gesture of not saying anything and not looking at the scene of the crime, the bed, and getting her to the bathroom so that she could clean herself up. Him not saying anything and making light of the situation, very kind, very loving. I think that's the best way he could have gone about this. Oh, I would have been mortified too. I think a lot of people would have just died on the spot of embarrassment. How do you come back from that? So I think you can't come back from it if the guy's like, ew, or like, what the, So I think that was a test for your relationship, and this relationship stands strong. You guys went through a lot of shiz together. Comments. Luckily, I have thick skin and can take a lot of shiz. This will become a running joke between you both. Hopefully, not running on the bed anymore. Yes, say that for the glass coffee table. Oh no. Did you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes. Gross. Me and my girlfriend usually just watch Netflix. Getting comfortable farting in front of your SO, significant other, is a huge step in the relationship. Getting comfortable shizzing on one another is approaching the marriage level. That is certainly marriage level comfort, I will say. Getting comfortable shizzing on one another is approaching the marriage level. I think one of us is approaching marriage incorrectly. I recommend communicating with your spouse before following the recommendations in this thread. That is some initiation. Is that a green flag or a red flag? It's a brown flag. It's like instead of getting a ring for the proposal, you get a little shiz. That sounds horrible. Something not as horrible but similar happened to me once. I was really gassy. I don't know why. Well, my husband really wanted to snuggle. I was like, okay. I was little spoon and he was big spoon. We had a conversation earlier about me being gassy. I said, don't squeeze me, I'll fart. I guess he thought I was joking. He squeezed me, I farted. Normally, when we're spooning, I'll at least rotate so that I'll fart silently but away from my husband. If I know that it's a bad fart, I'll get up. I didn't get to do that. It was a loud and triumphant fart. We both started laughing hysterically. LOL, I did the same on an ex-boyfriend of mine from high school. I never forget the way he said, Did you just fart on my eggplant? In abject horror. That is top tier comfort in high school. You're a very secure person in high school, of all places. Good for you. My husband and I fart on each other quite a bit. I guess we're gross, but we really like snuggling, so the cycle continues. Ah, the love language of Dutch ovens. Since when was farting a love language? Like, what? Am I missing something? And sharding is like next level love, like peak romance. That's just what we're doing now. I think I'm doing it wrong. Next story. Today, I messed up by slapping the absolute clot out of my girlfriend. Clot, eh? Girlfriend was about to take a shower and was seriously getting her hustle on getting out of her kits. She was making proper haste for the tub, and I realized that all her defenses were down. Note, in my household, bare butts are hunted down and terminated with extreme prejudice. What are you, the Robocop? The robot cop? I went for the mother of all butt slaps. It was completely undefended territory, and I was intending to create a masterpiece. I was aiming for that initial dull thwack and the resultant perfect, satisfying vibrato, complete with concentric butt flesh ripples, a la that glass of water in Jurassic Park. Bro, are you a poet? What in the world? Do you work for South Park? I think you'd be a great asset to them. I don't know why this makes me think of South Park. Probably because I said Territora, like respect my authority, a la Cartman. I made contact and immediately discovered the reason for her hurry. My girlfriend was on the second day of her period. I learned the term arterial spray from Dexter and have now found its southern companion. I was reeling. She was reeling. Did I say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror before spanking that butt? I couldn't remember. Fortunately, its trajectory as such was so that most of the menstruation creation spattered handily in the bathtub, including the clot. I think of the Blob from the movie Heavyweights with Ben Stiller, or the Thing. It's the clot. A penny-sized curd. Curd of uterine lining. Curd is a good visual. Hats off to you, sir. You're a good writer if you can show, not tell. And this is showing and telling in the worst way possible. Oh my goodness. A penny-sized curd of uterine lining, best visually described as Gumby's aborted cousin. Not the aborted cousin. Unfortunately, our bath mat did not escape entirely unharmed. Its cleaning was immediately and firmly relegated to boyfriend work. As it should be. You are the culprit. You did this to yourself, so you can ask for it. By the way, has anyone seen The Thing? 1982? Good movie. Hey, we both referenced The Thing in this. Same brainwave. TLDR slapped that butt as my girlfriend made a beeline for the shower. Blood. So much blood. It's giving Carrie. You know, a penny-sized curd, that is nothing to what we women have seen. A penny-sized curd, that is just the gatekeep. The gateway? Gateway drug. That is just the gateway clot. To slap a clot out of someone like that, bruh, that is a skill. That is probably a party trick that you should not show at the party. Bruh, and bazookaed it out of her. Comments. Penny sized, you got off easy, babe. That's what I'm saying. No kidding. Wait for the apricot sized. How big is an apricot? What? Apricot. Like, what do you mean? Oh, you mean the seed, right? That's what I was thinking. Not the actual fruit itself. That's huge. Do people really do apricot sizes? No, they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm sure they mean the seed, right? Apricot. Honey, Reddit is funny today. Honey, once upon a time, I worked in a photo printing lab. We were the better and more expensive option in town, so I ended up printing and processing the important moments in people's lives, including home births. As I'm looking back through the birth photos I had just printed, I color balanced and corrected exposure on every single photo and looked them over to make sure they printed correctly. My boss walks by, sees the photograph of the placenta in a plastic bowl thing, and says, "Placenta Claus never broke his stride." But why placenta claus? What? What does Santa Claus have to do with? Did the placenta look like it had a beard? What? I'm so confused by that comment. Can someone clarify for me in the comments of this video? That is a entity that I do not want visiting me on Christmas. Can you imagine? That's like Krampus. That's not Santa Claus, that's Krampus. Did anyone else read this with a Jamaican accent? Boomer clock. Black there. If you know that meme, you know. If you know, you know. TF is an apricot. I said the same thing. I had to Google it, or I had to Google what they meant because I know what an apricot is. I was just like the size of the apricot or the seed, you know? I agree. I was at least expecting the story to end with a strawberry sized clot, but then again, if you've never met a period clot before, I'm sure nearly any size first encounter will traumatize you. Day two of my very first period, I had one the size of a golf ball. 12-year-old me was traumatized. Me, way older than 12 years old, I would be traumatized. What? I don't even get those. I don't even think I get strawberry or golf ball. What? Bruh. The creative writing classes you took were clearly worth the money. Oh my gosh, it's paying off, OP. Boom, clot, it's paying off. Exactly. I'm sending my mom a screenshot of this post right meow. Will your mom be proud of this? Or will she say, all these classes and this is what you choose to write about? Lumphao, thanks. You made my day. Haha, thanks. I ruined mine. Consider a career in writing if that isn't already what you do. This post is art. I was saying it's poetic. It is poetic. How did she react though? Was she mad? TBH, she was mostly impressed. With me or with herself though, I can't tell. You ruined food for me today. Ew, let's take a look. Ah, oh, the visual. That looks like a placenta. There's a smooth side and the bumpy side of a placenta. They call it the red beefy side or the meaty side. Or no, they call it the hamburger meat side. That looks like the hamburger meat side. I will never look at strawberry cheesecake. I will never. Sheesh. I will never look at strawberry cheesecake the same way again. You've ruined it for me. I second that opinion. Great writing. Period piece. That's OP's name. Thanks, mate. I just really wanted to burn this image into my mind forever, you know? And everyone else who reads this. Yeah, I'm traumatized now. That cheesecake, it's ruined me. Sneezy snatch. Sounds like the reverberations were worth it, though. Good form. Sneezy snatch. That's the kind of alliteration I hope to never see in my life ever again. A plus work. Love it. 7 sizzling sausage sizzling on a saucepan. If you know, you know. You're on fire. Every comment you've made on this golden post has been gold. Seriously, I need to take a creative writing class too. What? I want to be poetic. I need to learn how to read first, though. In my defense, the font is small on my laptop, so I'm like squinting to read, and I might skip a few words or stumble on my words because I'm struggling to read right now. I should probably just make the text bigger. You know, that'd be a good idea, right? Man, these posts and comments were hilarious. These boyfriends tormenting their girlfriends like this? Bruh, what is happening? Well, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Toodles. I don't know what that is. We're going with it.